I'm going to make some meatballs today. They're Moroccan style meatballs, and they're going to be full of flavor and something a little different. So that's 1 egg that I have mixed up. And I like to add my spices to the egg. A teaspoon of turmeric, a teaspoon of paprika. You know, I think I'll add 2 teaspoons of paprika. And half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper, red pepper. And half a teaspoon of cinnamon. Half a teaspoon of nutmeg. I'm going to use some white pepper. Half a teaspoon, or of course you could use black pepper or your pepper grinder. Add half a teaspoon of coarse salt and some ginger, some ground ginger. It's 1/4 of a teaspoon. Kind of mix that up into the egg. Where you get the egg flavored. The egg's going to go throughout the beef anyway. I'm going to use ground beef. You could use ground lamb. And here is 2 garlic cloves, 2 garlics, and some onion that I did on the grater, like when you grate cheese. Only I grated onion instead. Kind of like releases extraordinary flavors when you do that. And cilantro. That's 1/4 cup of cilantro I chopped up. So breadcrumbs. I made my breadcrumbs just a few minutes ago. You can use dried, which would be fine. And my ground beef. And I'm just going to get this all mixed up. My pan's been heating up. I'm going to add some olive oil in here. And I made the meatballs. Got all that meat mixture mixed up. And I'm just going to add our meatballs to the pan. I made them about, I don't know, 1 1/4 inches, I think. I just, every couple minutes, I look at them, turn them around. Every couple minutes do that. This is about half of the meatballs. And I have it on medium heat. And we'll cook them all up. Oh, I think my second batch of meatballs are done. I'll take them out. And see all this fond on the bottom of the pan. We really want that. And if it starts getting too dark, either turn your heat down or get the meatballs out. Even if you don't cook them all the way, get the meatballs out. Then I'm going to add onion. This onion is going to cool the pan down. And it will also more or less deglaze the pan and get all those bits up so that they don't burn anymore. So we're going to cook these onions up. And again, I'm on medium heat here. Well, the onions are cooked about 3 or 4 minutes. 4 minutes. And I slightly turned up the heat to medium-high instead of medium. I'm going to add garlic. It's 4 cloves of garlic. This dish is really going to be full of flavor, I guarantee. Stir that in. I'm going to add some turmeric. A teaspoon of that. Stir that in. Then some beef broth. 2 cups of beef broth. I'm going to stir that in and let this come back up to a bubble. It has not come up to a bubble yet. I am going to add just a little bit of saffron there. It's about 1/8 of a teaspoon. Stir that in. Let it come back up to a bubble, or come up to a bubble. One more thing. I'm going to add 1 cinnamon stick in there. Stir that in after the saffron and let it come up to a bubble. Well, this beef broth has been bubbling away for about 15 minutes. I think it's about reduced by half. I'm going to add some raisins just for some sweetness. This stuff is going to be so full of flavor. I'm going to add some tomato sauce. Of course, you could add canned tomatoes, but I think the sauce would be better. I'm not making this up. I'm following a recipe sort of on the internet that I found for this, but I'm changing it to my liking. I'll put a link to that recipe if you want to check it out in the description. So I'm going to let this simmer away just for a few minutes. Well, the tomato sauce has been simmering away for about 10 minutes. It's just really smelling pretty good in here. I'm going to add all the meatballs back in. Add those in. Make sure they're covered. Alright. I'll let this simmer some more. Well, I have some couscous on my plate. And you know, if you wanted to, in the saucepan here, you could have poached a couple eggs, you know, and made them kind of soft and lovely into the sauce, and you have egg on top. Add some cilantro, coriander leaf to the top. Some lemon. Put a little lemon juice on there. Let's give it a try. That is so good. So good. Just an explosion of flavor. I love that cinnamon in there. Thanks so much for watching.